You're not dreaming. This is Mr. Lobo with your weekly announcement. Boy, oh boy, we are still got a little tiny bit of that run over by a truck feeling. Do you have that, Aaron? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I have a lot of that.
Post-convention, right?
I wasn't even at the
You weren't even at the convention. The life is a convention for Aaron.
Yeah.
But that come down is hard. Monster Bash in Pittsburgh was amazing. Big thanks to Rob and Phyllis for sponsoring Mr. Lobo so I could take part in that con. Initially, there was no room at the inn. No room at the inn for a marginal horror host. They had Daniel Roebuck there. Dr. Shocker was there. But they had a new game that they launched at Monster Bash, and there were several other events booked, so they didn't have as many celebrity tables to go around this time. But I will be there in force next year at Monster Bash. They already have my table for me next year. But I ended up going anyway, having a great time. And then on Sunday, they gave me a table anyway.
Oh, wow.
So they found
cool.
some room for me on Sunday, and I had a table all day Sunday. And all day Saturday, I was at the Phantasmo table. So I had a really great time. Second I got there, Tracy from Stuff with Character gave me this. Look at how adorable. I don't know if you can see this, Aaron. But look how adorable this is. This is a little Mr. Lobo made out of felt, and she made the pattern and the everything. The eyes are pipe, the glasses are pipe cleaners, and she says she can make these, for other people. So what we need to do is maybe start taking a list of people who want these, and then give her like a whole year. Like we'll pick them up next Monster Bash, June.
And then she sent me a note behind your back. That's actually a voodoo doll for Miss Mittens when Miss Mittens gets tired of you.
Okay, well, shoot. Luckily, all the pins are lost.
We need to make that a story element of an episode.
This would be a good voodoo doll in an episode. But speaking of weird, eerie things, not even an hour later, Rabbi Joe and his family come into the convention, and Rosalind makes this little Miss Mittens out of crocheted. She said it took her 10 minutes. This is amazing. I would have guessed it took her all night to make this.
Yeah.
But look at this. They are in scale with each other. Look at Miss Mittens. Can you believe that? I know.
So if she starts sticking you with pins,
I can fight back.
Yes.
Yeah, I can put pins right back at you.
I feel like that needs to be the third act twist in that episode.
That's the twist, right?
Yep.
We both have a voodoo doll. So watch your back, Miss Mittens. Anyway, so we got these lovely dolls made by fans there at Monster Bash.
Then at the end of the episode, after you guys have been both being put in horrible pain sticking the voodoo dolls, then it's like, those aren't voodoo dolls. Some fan made those.
Why do I have all these pains?
Why does it?
Oh, I forgot to take the pins out of my shirt when I bought it.
Yeah, I feel like that every day.
So that's just the pain of being alive. So Miss Gwynnie made this for me. This was. I love the idea of like coloring it and then tearing it out of the coloring book and then giving it to the person's coloring book. It is. It's like turning in an assignment. Okay, this page is done. Here you go, Mr. Lobo. Finally, I've been waiting.
We should make like a gallery section on the website and take images of when people give you stuff like that and put them all up.
Spin Master Scott have been talking about, and I have been talking about such a thing.
So you just need to scan it.
But anyhow, so this is the Blob. Mr. Lobo is not hosting the Blob Fest this year, but I have nine years in the past. Yeah. I have hosted Blob Fest, but this is the Blob. I will be at a Blob Fest party that is at Root Down, which is near the Colonial Theater. So I will be part of the festivities in general. But anyhow, this is the Blob, and this is my version of the Blob in the coloring book version, and then colored by Gwynnie, who also did. Let's see here. She also did this, which is, I think, a Pokemon. I'm not sure, but so or a dress. It might be a dress or a Pokemon. But she scribbled this very.
Now, was that Gwynny or Winnie?
It's Gwynny.
Gwynny.
Gwynny. But it's what I like about it is that it's like a Rorschach. It's whatever you want it to be. It's very, it's subtle in that way where you can translate it a few different ways. So, and then there's that, and then of course, last night I read. I get this from Phyllis. This is a dropped all my cards. I got this from Phyllis. This is the storybook of the animated story, the animated segment of the Star Wars Holiday Special. Just the animated segment, which features my Boba Fett. This is Don Frank's My Boba Fett, and
I got a little glare right there. Okay.
Oh, right here.
That's good.
Don Franks was the first Boba Fett. He was also did the voice of Boba Fett in the Droids cartoon. And
a little continuity there.
And really, they're pretty much like the animated Boba Fett did more good Boba Fett business than the real Boba Fett did in the entirety of the 80s. So I've just retroactively decided that Don Franks is my Boba Fett. And,
well, I mean, that is a tall order. He's got to outdo standing around and then just falling to his death.
And so
other than like mall appearances,
because what I realized when I was reading the Marvel comics, I'm hearing Don Frank's voice.
Oh,
so I'm thinking that's
well, and the Don
Skywalker.
Well, and the Don Frank's Boba Fett voice is pretty close to the original Boba Fett voice before they changed it in the special editions to Tamir Morrison. So I almost feel like, I don't know if that was Jeremy Bulloch or who was doing the voice in Empire, but I almost feel like they were copying the holiday special Boba Fett.
That's possible. That's possible.
For the sake of continuity.
We have a lot of horror hosts at that event. There's a picture of, I don't know, it seems like 20 horror hosts all together at Monster Bash. We all took almost like a class photo. But two of my favorites, who I see every year at Monster Bash, is Drac and Karita.
Oh, wow.
And they gave me this lovely poster signed, and they gave me another. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of glare, but yeah, I can see it.
And the artwork, which is beautiful. Look at this poster of the Wolfman. Also, I'm going to tell you something. Tell you something that's going to blow you away. Mm-hmm. Drac painted this.
Oh, wow.
Drac is an amazing artist. He could have worked for Marvel Comics or something,
That's impressive.
Instead, he decided to join the profitable, high-flying world of horror hosting. But
perhaps he should have done both.
Well, he can do anything.
Yeah.
He can do. He's like a quintuple threat. That guy can do anything. But I don't think he just hosts horror movies. He's got lots of stuff he does. But anyway, so yeah, Drac and Karita, they host Transylvania Tonight.
They recently were on an episode of Captain Isotope.
They were on an episode of Captain Isotope also, and we have not Captain Isotope. Well, we always have a new Captain Isotope forever, because I think there's 12 billion episodes.
I think we're down to the last 6 of the series.
Wow. Well, I know we have a new Matt Mercury going up on the Roku.
Yep, Saturday.
And that has Steph in it also, right? Steph, who was Astronauty.
She was
Cosmonauty Prime. Yeah. Sorry, not Astronaut.
Yeah, and she plays
Steph, who was Cosmonauty.
One of this pair of alien twins that are giants in the episode.
Oh, neat. She got pulled in for more voices after that episode that we were all in. How come Mr. Lobo wasn't pulled in for more voices? Talk to Bill about this.
Stay tuned.
I'm not as charming as Steph is. That's the real problem.
Yeah, I know he's a big fan of hers.
I mean, who isn't?
Yeah.
Who isn't? So speaking of television, being on television, of course, Roku, we've been focusing mostly on streaming for a long time. Yeah. Started with Zombie TV. We were on that channel, which was firstest with the mostest on Roku. And then, of course, we have our own Roku channel. And, of course, we have episodes on various platforms. But just recently, we just started getting picked up by over-the-air and broadcast and community stations and public television stations and government stations. And now we have all these like TV stations that are carrying the show again out of nowhere. We have 18 stations now. Those of you keeping score, I don't know who's got their scorecards out, but we're up to 18 stations. Listen to this.
Did you list all 18?
I'm dropping this all. Okay, I'm gonna go real fast. So there's CAM in Erie, Pennsylvania. There's Chabot College Television in Hayward. There's the City of West Bend, Wisconsin, and City of Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin. We've got CMN TV 18 in Oakland County, Michigan. We've got East Hampton, not East Thampton, East Hampton Media in Massachusetts. We've got KGOV2 in Kokomo, Indiana. We got PCTV, that's Pacific, I can't read my own writing, Pacific Coast Television in Pacifica, Half Moon Bay, and various coastal regions there in the San Francisco Bay Area. We've got Petaluma Community TV. We got Two Harbors, Minnesota. We've got PMN1 in Kalamazoo. We've got Tidewater Community College station. We've got the University of Arkansas Television, UATV, in Fayetteville. I hope I'm saying that right. Arkansas. And then we've got Woodland TV in California. Yellow Springs, all these sound made up. Yellow Springs is in Ohio, right? Yellow Springs, Ohio? I forgot to write that down. And then the Cablecast Community Media in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And finally, this was just added yesterday. This was Altoona Public Access Television here in Pennsylvania, which is about, I think it's a brisk 17-hour bike ride from here. About 3-hour drive from here. On the way to Monster Bash, we'll stop and see our friends in Altoona. And Aaron knows it's a real place because Bill Murray mentioned it in a movie.
Yep.
So it's absolutely, Altoona is absolutely real. And MST also. So that's exciting. That's exciting. So we talked about Monster Bash. We talked about all the wonderful gifts that people gave us. Speaking of our friends at Monster Bash, the Phantasmo Table and Rob and Phyllis Floyd. Floyd has a show on Roku, on our Roku channel, OSI 74 Roku. It is called Phantasmo Trailer Vault TV. It's another TV, right?
Phantasmo TV.
Phantasmo TV. No, Phantasmo Trailer Vault. Rob Floyd hosts all kinds of movie trailers. It's surprising that we didn't already have a movie trailer show.
That is funny.
But it's even more surprising how well done it is. So you will enjoy it, and you can watch that on the Roku. They have a YouTube channel as well. But watch it on the Roku. No. You can watch it anywhere you want. And we, of course, are making new episodes. This Sunday we are filming, cross our fingers, weather permitting. This Sunday we're going to be filming. I don't know if we'll be able to do any behind the scenes for you.
Probably not, because we're shooting outside.
Probably, but maybe we'll interview people in here, or maybe. That's a maybe.
Yeah.
But if we're able to check in with you folks, maybe we will on Sunday on our Twitch stream. But we will be filming this Sunday our last post segment for The Ghastly Love of Johnny X. There is some B-roll that we still need.
Yeah.
But it's the last scripted segment of The Ghastly Love of Johnny X episode, which has multiple characters in it. It's for another sophisticated. We're making a movie basically with this episode. It is the most. Aaron hates when I say this. The most sophisticated Cinema Insomnia episode to date. If you want to be an associate producer, you can go to cinemainsomnia.com/JohnnyX. You can get your Ghastly Scope glasses. We have a limited amount of them signed by the director. You'll also get the Blu-ray of the movie. The Blu-ray of the actual movie. There is no Blu-ray for the movie. We have it. So you get the untouched Blu-ray, and then you get the Cinema Insomnia version. Paul and Claudia get married in the episode. It's shot at the Shankweiler Drive-In. You get to see all of the drive-in, the ins and outs. There's so much happening in the episode. So you wanna support that episode. We've got our Monster Kid family episode with the giant monster air sea battle Super Turtle meets Shovel Face that we're also making, and we're going to be starting work on that very soon. And if you want to support that episode, you can go to is it just Giant Monster?
Yeah, cinemainsomnia.com/Giant Monster.
So cinemainsomnia.com, like what Aaron said, /Giant Monster. You can be an associate producer on that episode as well. And the last one that we are currently accepting associate producer credits on is the Bela Lugosi meets a Brooklyn Gorilla. No,
One more.
There's one more.
Yeah.
We're still taking associate producer credits on it. Yes, until Saturday. Until
Yeah,
Saturday
I think
night?
Saturday was what we said was the
Okay.
cutoff.
Oh, okay. Okay, I stand corrected. If you want your name in the amazing AI restoration of War of the Planets, man, it looks good. And it's making great traction on YouTube. This is an episode that's already been around the block a few times. It's got a brand new lease on life. It looks amazing. We took it from 4:3 to widescreen somehow. We improved the sound, added 4 more pieces to the episode.
Yeah, 4 new segments.
4 new segments. I mean, sounds better, looks better. It's widescreen now. It's a whole new old episode.
Cosmonauty in HD.
It sells itself. That is so. If you want to be an associate producer for that wonderful restoration, you can. So, but you can also just buy the standard version of it as well. That's the first time we've ever done that, where you can get because the episode's already finished.
Yeah.
So
we weren't going to offer the Blu-ray back or thing
but
at all,
people
but people asked for it.
We want our name on it. It's like, okay, all right. You have your chance to get your name on that episode. Associate producer credits. It also helps pay for the restoration of it. So that's good. Keeps this place going. Keeps us all going. So good. Be an associate producer for War of the Planets. And do we have a special address for that? I don't know if I know it. CinemaInsomnia.com/pre-orders will get you there.
I think it's Planets Blu-ray.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I'm wrong, the text will be on the screen with the correct link. But I believe it's Planets Blu-ray.
Yeah. So that's what we're working for you here. And one other thing about the kids episode.
And War of the Planets Blu-ray also is going to have some extras, like the John Stanley interview in the intermission was originally like a 20-something minute interview that we cut down to like 5 minutes. So we're going to have the whole interview as a bonus. And some
awesome.
Stuff
and then we have a new interview with John too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then the animation.
Yeah. And
hopefully all that fits on there.
Yeah. No, it all fit because that episode's only 2 hours long, where a lot of our newer ones are 3.5.
Oh, okay, all right.
And the 3.5 fit.
Okay, well that's exciting. So you get the animated Matt Mercury with all the characters from War of the Planets. You get an old interview with John, a new interview with John. It's amazing. Yeah. It's gonna be great. So yeah, War of the Planets. And we're going to backtrack for a second as far as the I hate saying family friendly, and I hate saying the kids. I don't hate saying the kids episode. I prefer saying the kids episode. It's going to be for the Monster Kid in all of us.
Yeah. Last time we did a kids episode, I still worked a Caligula joke in by the time the first reel happened.
So Monster.
You still got killed by Jason.
I still got killed by Jason in our other kids episode. Giant Monster Air Sea Battle Super Turtle meets Shovel Face. I wanted to name drop some of the kids that are out there. Vivi, Beatrix, Sunny, Faith, Rosalind, Abraham, Mo, Dina, Edie, Ava, T, Brendan, Ellie, Molly, Miss Gwynnie, and Josie for now, and who knows who else. And if I've forgotten you, it's not because I've forgotten you. I just don't have it on this piece of paper. So if we're in correspondence with you, or if you've got young ones that are watching the show, let us know, and we'll try to drop their name in there too. But we're excited that we have these youngins watching. I don't know what's wrong with their parents letting them watch. This weekend, Saturday, Well, I'm all confused, Aaron. I need a nap. It's bad. This Saturday, Aaron,
Yeah.
in honor of John Stanley's Creature Features. John Stanley, the man who, of course, you saw in War of the Planets, punching Mr. Lobo in the face. Cowboy punching Mr. Lobo twice, right?
Yeah.
In the same episode. And many other episodes. Getting punched by John Stanley has become a time-honored tradition. In the first time John appeared, he does not actually punch me. He shakes me by the collars and throws me to the ground the very first time. That was in the Nightmare in Blood episode. John is going to be, in honor of John's appearance this weekend in Santa Rosa.
Which just sold out.
Oh, wow. That's the Stadium 14. Oh, what is the name of that stadium? The Roxy Stadium 14 in Santa Rosa,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And
It's the same place where there was that Mania screening where they misprinted in the brochure that I was Diane Lane's son. So I had all these lines for people
we don't have
asking,
time for that story.
asking
Aaron.
about my mom and wanting autographs. But it's the same theater.
Yes, same theater where someone thought Aaron's mom was Diane Lane. So ask the staff about that historic day. But John will be there talking about his days with Creature Features, and it should be a lot of fun. And a good chance to see John Stanley, the legend, in person. In honor of this event, I guess it's already sold out, so we're not helping them at all by doing this. But if you got shut out of the event and you need some John Stanley, join us Saturday for our very first John Stanley co-hosted episode. John Stanley pretty much hosts most of the episode because the storyline is that he takes over the show again, because that's what John does. He just takes over your show.
And I guess if they want more John Stanley than we have on our channel and our episodes, one way that we can help them out is that they have the Creature Features Roku channel now, which has original John Stanley episodes of his show on there.
That's right. There are originally John Stanley episodes on the new Creature Features TV.
Yeah,
which I think it's $8 a month, and it's just got loaded with John stuff and Bob stuff and the new Creature Features with Vincent and a bunch more stuff.
Yeah.
So if you love Creature Features, that's a good way to show it, is by joining up on Creature Features TV. And but yeah, and we have a couple John's episodes
we have a
on
few.
on OSI 74.
Yeah.
But Saturday night, we're showing Nightmare in Blood, which was John's feature film that he directed. So not only is he hosting...
He's hosting his own movie.
He's hosting his own movie. Talk about showboating.
Yeah. Brings back his belly dancers.
Yeah. That is, John had his smug, superior best. So, so come see John Stanley take over Cinema Insomnia this Saturday night on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Cinema Insomnia, or our short link, which is not really shorter, cinemainsomnia.com/Twitch. So we'll see you Saturday for that. Of course, you can get updates with our newsletter. Go to our website, cinemainsomnia.com, and join our list, and all systems go.